Hey, this video is for my YouTube channel, my public channel. You know, a lot of people, when they want to tour Asia, they come and, I've talked about this before, but I'm going to try to sum it up real quick, because it's an important thing. If you want to know the best tour to do in China, because you've been thinking about touring China, the answer is don't tour China, tour Taiwan. China is communist, China is evil, China still has corrupt police, as in all of them. I was reading, there's a magazine I read, Motorcyclist magazine. They were doing a motorcycle tour around China, and one of them got, some woman ran a red light, hit one of their motorcycles. They're all riding like BMWs. Hit one of their motorcycles. Police show up. She ran a red light, okay? The guy was just minding his own business, riding along. He has a green light. He's going straight through it. Some woman, no helmet, comes flying through a red, hits his motorcycle. Police tell him he has to pay her because she's local and he's not, so he has to pay her. Then the police says they need to go to the precinct, look at their check their passports and stuff. They go to the police station. At the police station, the police says he wants money, and then the other police see this going on, and they all want money. So at this point, the guy who had someone run a red light and hit him needs to pull out enough money to pay every single policeman in the police station. And this is written in the Motorcyclist magazine. This isn't some rumor that I heard. And in the Motorcyclist magazine, they ended up giving like China in general a favorable review. And I'm like, what the fuck? So, and then one of the tour guides, they had some locals as tour guides, and one of the locals was connected to the mafia, and he had to call his mafia buddies to come to the police station to tell the police to let them go. You know, and in Taiwan, it's the opposite. The police pulled it. You know, like in Taiwan, if someone hits you, they look at who's at fault. They come, they show up, they you know. It's the same as America. When China got taken over by the evil, and I do mean evil, communists, the cultural Chinese, the traditional, the real Chinese government moved to Taiwan. And there was a period where America recognized Taiwan as the capital of China because the government that they'd always been dealing with moved to Taiwan. And then there were some new evil communist guys in mainland China. And the mainland Chinese communists, they destroyed all cultural things. They destroyed churches, temples, antiques, anything that had cultural value. They destroyed it because they wanted to make a fresh new start. And the Chinese that moved to Taiwan, they did the opposite. They brought as much with them as they could. So if you want to like see traditional, if you want to go to a traditional Chinese museum, you would need to go to Taiwan, not China. Like the largest collection of Chinese relics is in Taiwan, in the Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall in Taipei City. And China now is asking for some of that stuff back because they don't have, you know, as much stuff for the museums. And Taiwan is just a tiny little island, and China's huge. So it's just, you know, and then when you go, and then the Chinese in China are taught that there's nothing more, like they have all this unity propaganda, and all this China is number one propaganda, and family is most important, and government is most important. And what it gives them crazy, makes them loyalists, it gives them patriotism, but it also gives them racism. You know, you go over to China and you're not one of them, you're separate, you're different, you're inferior. They actually think they're superior to all other races, especially blacks. And so if you go over to China, you know, you go into a store, you see the price on something is $20 American, you say, okay, I'm going to buy this, and they tell you, oh, that's $60 American, and you're like, the price is right on it, and like, oh no, that's just for reference, that's not the real price. You know, that's their own price for the locals, but for you, they triple the price. And in Taiwan, you see the price in something, it's $20 American. You're just like, okay, I'll buy this. And they're like, oh, hello, where are you from? And you're like, from America or from Canada. And they're like, oh, that's nice. Welcome to our country. Here, this is only $16. And they give you a discount. And if a Taiwanese person were to come in to buy that exact same object, they would charge them $20 American. But because you're a guest in their country and they're trying to be nice to you, they'll actually lower the price. You know, and then you got roads like this on top of it. If this was China, you wouldn't even be able to see the sky because of the pollution. It blows my, you know, I'm sure that China gets 1,000 times more tourism than Taiwan does, but how backward is that? So if you want to visit cultural, you know, if you want to see something that's culturally Chinese, then you need to be coming here. Not there. We're gonna go check out a giant Buddhist. Hello. 要付钱吗？多少钱？ OK， 有9台。好 ，You guys go up。哪里有地方？9台？应该是95什么？